think here, especially, these are very much target bans, by the way. They look like standard shield bans and Azami bans because they're powerful operators, but there is a reason.
Taking it away from Lagonis.
Well, Blitz has been taken away from Spirits. When I interviewed him before the tournament, he said, you know what? I actually think I'm probably the best shield player in the world. And I was like, that is bulletproof at that time. Maybe Maya, I'm not quite sure. But as things play on from this point, no one has yet gone down to him. We're down to the last 30 seconds or so here as well. It is going to be a bloody ending to this round.
Yeah, it is. It's just going to have to be a bit of a coordinated push from Unwanted to just say, right, 3, 2, 1, we're all going to push in, try and find some kills, try and find some space. The sense barrier there is just going to help a little bit. Maya manages to find Atom, though, Gavini, with the trade back onto Lagonis. But Liquid are holding on nicely here. They know exactly what to expect. And Maya has got their number. Unwanted just struggling to get in behind that sense utility, and the round is feel like they have enough here to start pushing in towards site, and you can see the silhouettes above. They do have a lot of that vertical control, but how about that from Resets? If you're on the vertical, you can be hit on the vertical. Beautiful Nitro.
And it's again that piece where Resets has had the space to make that play happen. A 3K for himself. I spoke about Maya back in the last round with an opening 3K. This time round, it's Resets, and all it is now for Liquid is clean up duty, and clean up they shall. They do not
to the fight on that mid-floor. They've dropped away. Ooh, a little toe shot coming in onto Lagonis there. Not going to do too much damage, but does start chipping away at the ward. And how about that, though? Maya finds that reverse angle on the vertical. Atom and Spirits, though, one apiece. That gets things moving for Unwanted as the push starts to develop. Palu takes down Hot and Cold to level it up, but there's another in return. This looks like an Unwanted round all day. 3v1 now on the site. It's all up to that man I spoke about. Resets has to find a 1v3.
Is he on the other side of the smoke? I don't think he does. Oh, yes, he does. Gets the down as well. Atom's already got a 2K in the rounds. Him being offline, not a bad thing. Finds one more at the same time. The 2-brow being used twice here now to try and impede players on the other sides of these walls. Doesn't know about the man to his left, I suspect. Sees him at range as well, but not much you can do when it's Spirits with that shield up. You can play that baiting game with the shield that we've seen so many times over now. And in fact, has got himself away, wasn't aware of Dream. Bandit tucked away inside a mask. This is nothing new. They've seen this kind of setup 1,000,001 times. But of course, the challenge is, how do you then deal with it? Spirits has been dealt with, and that's the Blackbeard down tin. That is not ideal.
That's a big first pick for Team Liquid there. Ness managing to find him. Lagonis onto Hot and Cold as well. And it's another round that looks, despite Unwanted's good build-up play and trying to push those multiple angles, like it could be going in Team Liquid's direction. Atom does manage to find one, taking down the half health that Nesk had left. So that gives them something to work with at least.
It was the backstab onset from Hot and Cold that they attempted to make happen, and Lagonis just put him straight in the dirt. No questions asked, and I think he's going to bite them a little bit. He was the one that, when you've got all this distraction coming in towards Bathroom, you've got these 3 players all gathering on the windows, a Blackbeard charging in, for example, you need to be getting someone else up on the backside there to capitalize on that pressure. But Lagonis knew that and pushed aggressively in towards him. Resets has been tucked in the same spot basically the entire round and has still not been dealt with. I just think Unwanted, Tim, they've once again fallen shy of Liquid, turning on the pressure when it matters most as part of Unwanted, executing them, pick them off one after the other. We saw what happened with G2 versus M80 yesterday. G2 made excellent use of that top floor to punish M80s. They tried to ignore the top floor. You may well see the same happen here.
Yeah, this is a problem for Unwanted. I don't see how they get into the site. They're going to have to win this challenge on Palu before they can push in through there, because he's just going to hold that position all day long. Dream does manage to pick up Maya, which gets something moving inside the site, but it's not site that's going to be the problem for him. It's going to be those verticals. We do have a couple of Unwanted players up there. They haven't aggressed just yet. They're allowing Liquid to keep those angles, but with 25 seconds left to go, there's a lot that's going to have to come together at the same time for Unwanted now.
They know that someone's going to push them upstairs. Like, they just have to. They don't know when it's going to come, and he's got through one. They've managed to run their way through. And Nets has gone down, but they don't know about above. The timing is spot on. They don't get the kill with the shotgun, and like that, it could still go Unwanted's way. Resets, trying in for the retake himself. The diffuser now going down, finds one, but can he get the vertical in time? I don't think he'll get over here at this point, Tim, but he's brought it down to a 1 versus 1. Ace or bust. Sees his man and gets the down. Resets in for an ace. He'll stick the disable, and Liquid. Spirits back on the Blackbeard, not quite seeing him shine to the quality that maybe you'd expect. Yes, he's not on his old trusty blitz, but it's still a really powerful shield operator. Not quite commanding the sort of presence that he needs here. Right idea. C4 is so well placed and almost brings down 2. Spirits, well, he's down to half HP, but Tim, they've got Nest, they've got Resets. We're now down to a 3v3 with 45 seconds to go.
This Blackbeard just showing the power there as well, peeking round the corner.
Nice
And it's another good basement attack for Unwanted here. They've come in, they've absolutely commanded every one of those gunfights practically, and they've got all the space they need. Gaverni's going to start putting that diffuser down. Maya tries to fight back, but Dream is there, locks it out. Unwanted.
Like Lagonis was sat there watching him on drone the whole time, like, go, like, we need to get open. He's barking orders back and forth, but they have been slow. They're now starting to pull the trigger and say, let's go, with about 30 seconds on the clock. And now they're hitting the struggle point with that clash, the smoke, all these things to keep them at bay. They might have got the entry yet again, but there was at least a trade back the other way.
Yeah, Hot and Cold's doing a great job of just keeping them out of it here. He just can't get in through that doorway. They know that there's no push there because Hot and Cold's just going to be feeding information to his team of when to swing and when not. As it is, 10 seconds left to go. Liquid, you got to get moving. You got to push forward and look for kills. And as they do, Dream, he takes one down. It's Nest that's gone. Spirits onto resets. And Unwanted, they're looking like a brick wall at the minute. Liquid just having to try and brute force it. They can't get it done. And that's a great defense from the North American side. So Liquid have absolutely no choice. There is too much soft surface above this site to be able to realistically plant in there unless you get the kills. Palu gets in, catches Gaverni whilst trying to do a late reinforcement. Pressure in the clash. This is better from Liquid. They are disrupting Unwanted. They are forcing them away from positions.
It doesn't matter, look.
They've not allowed them to reinforce areas that they want to. But again, Hot and Cold is just doing a great job behind that shield to prevent the push. But Palu finds a way, manages to take down Atom. 5v3 for Liquid now, and a much better attack.
But the backstab coming in is the most important part here. It's Resets moving his way in, and look, he's dead to rights at this point, Tim. One left standing in the form of Dream, and it was those two little backstabs or side swipes that really saw this fall apart.
One's dropped back to site, Hot and Cold. He's going to teleport back on that score post, so he's now joined Dream down there, and I think we'll see Spirits and Atom start to give up ground in about 30 or 40 seconds. They're going to try to hold on just a little bit longer, but this is the risk. Nest manages to pick up one, Nest manages to pick up two. Spirits does find resets in the mix.
Hot and Cold, though, I think it's just blinked away at this point. Tim, he's up on the top floor. He could do so much work if he gets in behind them.
It's a big play. It's a big play. He's got the angle down into sight, but it's not going to be easy to find his kill. He's going to drop himself down the hatch now. It puts him on the vertical. Can he find his kill? Absolutely no idea. He's going to cut down Nest and hold the vertical. This is a huge play. Hot and Cold and Dream have played this to perfection as a duo. 3 seconds left to go. Nothing Palu can do. Take a bow and want to win the round, and that is beautiful use of the score.
Take up a large chunk of their time here in getting this done, so now they're going to have to force it on the backside like you're seeing. So the failure to get this wall open, I'm not going to say it's going to cost them, but it will really hurt them here. A great shot from Nest to get one, but there's an immediate trade as down goes Lagonis on the other side.
The push comes in as Maya moves forward, does manage to find Atom, but there is always an answer coming in from Unwanted. 30 seconds left to go. Liquid might need to just try and massage this into a position where Maya can put the diffuser down, but I tell you what, he's getting nothing put down as Hot and Cold manages to find a beautiful nitro from underneath. Gaverni picks up one. Nesk is fighting to try and rescue something from the burning wreck of a round that this is for Team Liquid, but with 8 seconds left to go, almost certainly not going to happen. Spirits finds the final kill, and again,
sure enough, we're finding all this this utility being dumped in early. Plant is going down, but Palu is inhaling gas and is going to find himself taken down. Spirits again with a great bit of smoke play is catching it out. Right time, right place, denying away all that he needs to, and Liquid have completely fallen apart, even with a little bit of a rush. Well read, I think, coming out here by Unwanted especially. They knew that Liquid force a kill here. We can't afford to try and play the same 5-man setup we'd normally look to. Without the Deimos on side of Mai, that's really going to sting too. Here comes the push on through, a bit of a self-flash coming out. 3 players were stacking up here to try and make it happen, and Hot and Cold has gone down too, Tim. It is looking miserable, and Unwanted might be about to take this 7-5.
It certainly looks that way as Gaverni manages to pick up Nesk. It is all up to resets. I've talked about him being a little underrated. Can he prove that once again? He's already had an ace in the game. Can he find a huge 1v4 clutch here? That's going to be 3 kills to bring it to a 1v1. It's him versus Spirit, but look at the health. Look at the health on the side of Resets. He is 1 HP and a dream here, just taking down that utility, so maybe they don't know where the push is coming from, but Spirits, he can just keep himself alive here. He doesn't really need to challenge this. He can play the clock, force Resets to put the diffuser down, and then go for the kill.
But he's going for it now. Spirits will start his move, surely. A C4 over the top might be enough. He's got to go for the planting, but no time left. Spirits playing out the 1v1 expertly. A game of 2 halves. An unwanted walk.
So far, I would say on the last one where we saw the blitz taken away, it was Spirits who adapted better when we had the blitz and the Monty taken away. So coming in here, we need to see something out of Lagonis. He doesn't have the Monty, but he shape up here. He's actually leaving the Vulcan canister for now. Going to lose that drone as well, but it might just give Maya an opportunity to get a little bit of a surprise attack here. But no, no, Atom is ready. Who can? Cap can.
Atom can as well. He's absolutely eviscerated in there. A second one comes through. Lagonis stepping around to try and fight his way in, and the Gaveni's also shut another one down. Liquid might came with the game plan. Tim, I know what I said earlier about trying to speed things up a little bit. They've just been caught during the very early part of this prep, and I feel Maya maybe went a little...
Liquid. Somebody's up there with him. The question is, are they aware, or does Hot and Cold get away with this one? Really, Liquid need to kind of, if they don't know about it, they can't do it, but they need to start moving quickly here, because it could leave Hot and Cold out in the cold, quite literally. Nest manages to find one as well.
Read.
There we go, 5v2. That's the Valkyrie shutdown. This should be a Liquid round from here.
They're pretty conscious and knew that he was there. Liquid definitely playing this one super safe as well. It's looking good, and they're winning their gunfights, resets, finding himself 2 in the round. It's all down to Dream. Without a C4, I think his name really tells you what it is that he's riding on right now. Hope, a prayer, and a dream of getting anything. Can't find a kill. Plant now going down. This round is cooked. Gets a free kill through the flash. Not too bad to walk away with a bit of KD padded. But Liquid looking very, very convincing in round 2. Things changed up a little bit here. What have Unwanted got in mind for us?
It looks like it's going to probably be out on the admin side. There's the double reinforcement from Copy into admin itself, but then there's the reinforcement from Copy out into the corridor. But I tell you what, it is giving them a little bit of space as just kill after kill after kill comes in to really hold on to this, because you can't get a real top floor defense. You can see everything vertically from up here. If they can just keep it alive, Cavani is still the one up there, just trying to hold on, trying to hold those angles. Resets manages to pick up Hot and Cold, so advantage Team Liquid, but Lagonis will find himself down again. A little bit of a lack of intel there. Liquid going in, getting caught out by those Capcan traps of Atom, and Lagonis is collected, but is now on 20 HP. The chip damage is coming in across the side of Team Liquid.
Unlucky not to find that one, I think, and they're desperately trying to get this opened up, but can't. The hole just about the right size to stop it. 1 kill lining up, almost a second, but Spirits takes his one and dips away. Doesn't want to get too greedy, and like that, yet again, Liquid have been shut out in the last 20 to 30 seconds. 1 came back through, but Maya's now down on his backside, and Resets has got it all to do. Not a hope in hell. Also got 2 C4s to play behind in Spirits. I'm not too sure about this one, buddy. I'd rather you hang on and sight with 3 smokes in back pocket, to be honest here. Let's start paying the price now. They've got the yellow ping coming through to see the... Oh, no! Not quite the right sort of spot. They've got the combo coming in, actually, of the Yokai plus the smokes, but a plant is now going down. Atom has found one. Here we go. Yokai's online. I said we'd talk about him, Tim, and here we go.
Yeah, this is exactly the point. As I said, this is the one way of denying the plants really in this front part of the site. Lagonis knows that he's just going to keep getting challenged. 15 seconds. He's looking round frantically, trying to find that Yokai drone. He's again prevented from getting that plant down. And are they buying enough time here to find the kills that they need to prevent this? The answer is no, because Team Liquid is able to find them. Palu, Lagonis, one apiece. Palu gets another, and they just managed to...
We've seen so many times over the C4s and all kinds of tactics to delay Liquid as best they can coming out from Unwanted.
Yeah, Spirits is going to get himself back downstairs. He could be on for a big challenge here. Yes, he does. Manages to pick up Nest. Maya did find Hot and Cold along the way, so that leaves us 4v4. Lagonis goes in. Surely he's going to be able to get the kill. No, he does flush him into the path of Palu, though, and does start putting that diffuser down. And that's unfortunate. Catching that nitro on the ceiling, and Palu just cuts through them like a sign. Be tough. In goes the blitz. Spirits, we've already talked about his ability on this operator. He's going to see himself stunned by the Echo Drone.
Oh dear.
I tell you what, Unwanted are going to be stunned by Nesk as he manages to pick up a double. Hot and Cold and Gavaney go by the wayside. Atom picks up Maya. 4 versus 3, but it's looking good right now. The blitz is trying to push into the Warden. It's not going to work. Those glasses are going to make it so difficult, but Spirits finds Palu with a beauty.
They've still got time to work with here as well.
It is going to be Dream who walks in with the case. He's going to try and put this down. My question is, can Liquid really do anything to impact on this? Atom manages to pick up Nesk as they try to do so. The kills come in, and they're all in favour of Unwanted. And it looked unlikely, Des. It looked looking to see exactly what's going on above. The Grimbee's going in is probably going to signal that we'll get some movement out of them. They're just looking to try and force Team Liquid around into those lines of sight. They managed to do it. Spirits is the one on that blitz. We said that he had it available, but he's going to just get a little bit overconfident maybe. Taken down from resets above, but Hot and Cold picks up Nest. 4 versus 3, and it's looking good. Unwanted keep going. Take down Palu, and they are charging through this one. Maya manages to find Hot and Cold. Can that stem the floor?
More about looking for the plant though, and Atom's now recovered the diffuser. He's got himself another 2K. He is lethal on this Deimos and Unwanted, Tim. They're pulled into the lead. Deimos hunting you down. Now they're having to back themselves away as the Grimbees start raining on through to the pressure. Just getting a little bit too hot in the kitchen. They've had to evacuate. That's not ideal.
No, losing Spirits is a big blow there. Lagonis manages to pick him up, and Liquid now should really be pushing on towards winning this round. Atom is going to get the track out on to the Legion, but Resets manages to find Gavaney, and it's starting to fall apart here for Unwanted. Those Glaz and Blitz are going to be your real focal points of the attack. They're the ones that you're building it around, and they've gone, so what do you do now? And
all on Lagonis as well, who went untracked down in the basement. He's now worked his way up Yellow Stairs and is back with the team on the top floor. He's done his job there, Tim. He's disrupted them, he's slowed them down. They've got rid of 2 critical operators in this execute, and there's not really much left, I think, for Unwanted in terms of bite. Like, sure, Atom has been playing well, he's been getting the kills, but I think without the assistance of Spirits on the blitz, he's going to struggle to have the same impact.
Hot and Cold is going to be looking to get that diffuser down. The challenge is there onto the Yokai, but not in time. It does stop the plant going down. Has to move forward here, knowing that the challenges are going to keep on coming. Hot and Cold does manage to get the plant, but it's unlikely. He holds on to the afters here, and he can't. Maya resets, get the 2 kills. Liquid shut it down. It was over from there. It's going to be largely reliant on Spirits to go down and start creating that space. He knows that there's one at bottom spiral that could potentially challenge. Lagonis finds a critical Nitro. Palu with a kill onto Dream, and all of a sudden, Unwanted start crumbling on this attack.
And they managed to get rid of one, but look coming behind. It's Maya swinging around, and Gavaney is down. 1 left standing. It's Hot and Cold. He's been here before. It's in the poor sod. He's off on the 1 left, and these 1vx's. I spoke about it back.
It'll be a tough one if you don't have that top floor control.
Spirits again dealt with, man. This keeps on happening.
Big problem.
It's a real issue for them as well. Like, here he's by himself as well. No support, and we've seen teams play off the back of a blitz with the gunner in behind it. There's no one here doing that. Spirits is literally solo, and they have paid the price. Down goes Dream on his vault in, and it is not looking good for Unwanted, Tim. I say that.
They managed to pick up a couple and get back to 3 versus 3, but Dream is down, so it's effectively 3 versus 1. It's all up to Hot and Cold here, realistically. He's fighting on the vertical. That's absolute beauty. He has slid Palu there up through those metal beams, manages to find one, and it's never an easy pick to find. Wondering if he has an opportunity to pick up Dream. He is going to go and give it a go. There's always the risk, of course, of the verticality
this
from CEO up above.
But
that is a nasty smoke. Dream somehow gets away from it.
Don't know how, but a hard rotate away. Not forgetting they've got 2 smokes to play behind here.
10 seconds.
It's looking rough in terms of timing, but they're in as well. And Maya's now dangerously low, and the plant is going down. Hot and Cold's guns up at the ready and holds on for it. Maya's got rid of Dream, and like that, it's done. It's cooked. It's over. Liquid will hold on, and Tim, they pulled themselves back in the lead.
3 rounds in a row gives them the opportunity. Liquid be able to deal with him.
They've got to worry about the utility. I said that there's a smoke on the other side. The Chanka can rotate over here, but he's now moved his way across a little bit. There's a smoke, and that's it. He's in, but he's gone the wrong way. Super unfortunate, but they're not going to get away with what they wanted here. Down to a 3v3, make it a 3v2. Actually, Ness getting 1 back, but a player is down. Tim, it's a 2 versus 2 here with 45 seconds to play.
Yeah, but the real key factor there is that Liquid have dealt with that push fantastically well. So now Hot and Cold and Dream once again are on the back foot. They're having to scramble. They're having taken out, leaves Nesk and Lagonis now able to just sit and hold those angles. There come the Capcan traps, the EDDs do the job. Lagonis gets the kill onto Hot and Cold, 2v1, and surely at this point Team Liquid will walk out, but surely is not always the case. Dream, he manages to find Nesk. He needs one more 4 seconds. Lagonis is just running away. He knows that he can just burn the clock down, and that is going to be Liquid taking map 2. We're going all the way to 3. The chunk of this roster that has come through, but I can see Unwanted really being liked by the neutral as well, because they've been fun to watch. They've had some big plays, and this is a great story to the team.
Yeah, again, reminder that the bans would have flipped here, so Liquid's bans would have been with. But I'm more concerned about them getting ready in time and having all that utility out the way to actually make the execute happen.
They still haven't dealt with Palu. He's going to play his life on those blue stairs now.
Out.
Dream manages to find Nest. That's going to help them unpick the puzzle of blue stairs potentially, because he was helping to support Palu stay in that position. We see the Zoto canister come out just to give a little bit of backup on that hatch, and Maya has stepped up into the position that Nest was playing. Actually, we hear the Candelas coming in, so we would expect to see some manpower coming along with it. It looks like it could be a drop into red here as they go, but taken out by Maya as they drop. Gavani goes, Lagonis finds Spirits. That's the blitz dealt with once again, but look at this. Hot and Cold and Dream. How many times are we going to say it? They are a dream team, a dream duo. Dream finds another. There with the shield, he can just drop that face cover when he wants to attack. He's actually going to go flying straight in here. This is bold. Manages to get his kill. That's a great entry from Dream. We managed to see a kill come in from Gavani. An absolute flurry of kills. It's difficult to keep up, but Palu and Nesk, they keep up with the push of...
Let's not forget, this all happened before that 90-second mark, which means another one is available. There's every chance they can win it, Tim, but I think with Atom going down now, Gavani might be left with a bit too much to do. He's perfectly capable of it. You are against two of the best players on this team. Resets, as we've already said, having a fab series, and Palu, well, it's Palu, isn't it?
And they know exactly where he's coming from, realistically. There you go, Palu. You're just going to shut it down, Gavani, with a lack of intel as well. Unable to...
Don't take the risk of ignoring them entirely. Spirit's just poking his head in here, seeing one sat inside of admin. Very much boxed in here, and there we go. Atom has found his man. Down goes one, but Dream falls elsewhere.
But neither of these has that been the case. And again, Liquid really trying to keep themselves in that position across the top floor. Hot and Cold is going to continue pushing forward.
So frustrating. If they got rid of Palu there, it could have been a real big opener for them, but instead they've lost everything around the map. Atom doing what he can here with the secondary, but I'm just concerned that there are 3 players left. Yes, there's 60 seconds, but I don't see him pulling off a miraculous 1v3 here, Tim.
No, it's going to be tough. You know, he's got the SMG in hand as well, rather than the primary. Cut down by Maya as he goes into small.
Being dumped on through. They've got everything. They're throwing the kitchen sink at him, but for now, he's still unmoved.
Yeah, Palu's doing a great job. He's actually stopped himself being flashed. He manages to get the kill. He goes for the second smoke, but can't find it. Hot and Cold is taken down, but 4v4 now. The Blackbeard at the bottom of the stairs can start this push forward, can maybe grab a bit of ground inside a site, just busts open the wall, and that will create that plant spot for them.
We saw teams using the Blackbeard for that purpose yesterday as well, but more the wall off towards the left that faces in towards the server stack just gives you a lovely long angle that you can sit down and hold, and it's really difficult for the defenders to do an awful lot about it when that shield's up and you drop it at the time you feel it's most appropriate. So not a bad spot for Unwanted, but Tim, I'm more concerned about time. Atom here is rotating with 20 seconds left on the clock. I'm not sure he gets away with this. Maybe he gets rid of resets and makes this a little bit easier for them, but they sorely need that kill.
Yeah, I think they've maybe just run out of ideas a little bit. They're going to get cut down here. Dream just, whilst he's waiting for other things to happen at him, does nothing. Maya finds the last. Really well held back.
Cover and has one to his right too. But Liquid showing the right respect here and backing away when they can feel that pressure building.
They are, but I feel like they've backed themselves against the wall now. And the problem is, can they win the gunfights? Can they push back? Gavani manages to get Nesk, and Maya is onto Spirits. That's the Blackbeard gone. And we see now Lagonis down, taken out. There's the use. Atom on that. Deimos again has been fantastic so far. 4v2, and like I said, Liquid had backed themselves up as far as they could go, and they haven't been able to get a foot against the wall and push back here. Unwanted finding kill after kill. They've got plenty of time. 40 seconds left to go. They don't need to rush this. Palu currently being tracked. This is going to be a tough finish for Liquid from here.
Right idea as well. I mean, they know where he is. They've had the ping coming on through, yet he's still stood here trying to challenge Hot and Cold on lobby. I'm surprised he hasn't been finished off yet, but Maya's down. Palu's the last one left alive. They know exactly where he is, and he is dead to rights. Hot and cold, showing a lot of patience on the lobby stairs.
For Palu on the Oryx to be able to do the same, be able to maneuver himself, but he will have to get out of the elevator that he's in at the minute if he wants to do that. Resets, manages to find Gaveni. It looks like the Oryx might just be in a little bit of trouble here as Spirit's back on the blitz, desperately wants to push him.
He knows it's here, but it's the Oryx. Let's not forget as well, the charge misses! Great bait from Spirits. He knew what was coming and still manages to get the kill. Drops down to safety to now be able to rejoin his team. And Gaveni lets another. Man advantage now to Unwanted with 40 seconds to play.
Way better blitz play from Spirits there. We've seen him struggling with it. Liquid have always had a plan, and this time the plan failed. Spirits took full advantage of that. Dropped away as well, smart, to get down to basement because it's going to mean that he's coming at them from a different angle than they might expect. Hot and cold. He gets Lagonis on the drop, and all of a sudden it's left up to Maya. He's going to be cut down by Dream, and powerful in the meta at any given time. Liquid are quite happy to kind of abuse them and make the most use of them, and I'm not sure we've really seen too much of that from them so far, but this time, like you say, it's just gross, isn't it? You've got Jackal, Dockerby, Lion, Deimos. They wanted to see them playing it safely, but like you said, they just need to make sure that they're not burning too much time. Gaveni, absolutely beautiful reverse angle up the hatch, takes down Maya, and that is going to be the Deimos off the board. But Liquid have still got so much that they need to be able to execute here. Jackal, Dockerby, Lion, all that utility comes in at once, and there's very little Unwanted can do for that 5 or 10 seconds.
Problem is, a lot of it has been used, Tim. Like, they've got no calls left, for example. They've got a single scan. The Deimos is dead. There's a lot of stuff going their way here. That certainly doesn't help, though. Dream falling down to Lagonis, who drops in, steals away the gadgetry. There is one bulletproof cam, at least a nick away for now. In fact, there's two. One still alive, one destroyed. So not a bad spot for Liquid, Tim. They can do this with 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, they absolutely can. They need to find the next kill, realistically, and they're not going to. Gaveni gets one at him on the response as well. Unwanted, they're digging deep. They've dug their heels in. They won't be moved, and all of a sudden, it's looking bad for Liquid as Nesk goes down, but not out. Lagonis cut down by Spirits, and that is going to be...
Time ago. And now I'll ask the same question as last round when we had the second and third floors clear. It took them a long time to really get moving towards things like elevators. And I'd like to think now that they know this, they can start taking control of some ground. This is good. Lagonis is in with 60 seconds still to go, and he wants to get control here inside Janitor. Won't get away with it. Donked on the head. Goes down to Dream. It's like an exact reverse of what we saw between Palu and Spirits earlier.
A little bit of a mistake, you've got to say, from Lagonis there. He closed the ground too much, and he allowed the potential for that melee strike even after the flash. Dream doing fantastically well, make it 3 in the round. Cuts down Palu and Nesk as well. And Unwanted right now, they smell blood in the water, Des. They know that this one is there for the taking, and this is going to be another round going in their direction. Atom is the man with the final kill. It's 5-3.
The script, it never looks too predictable. Heck, look at the outcome yesterday against FURIA for CAG. Crazier things have happened. Nesk just walked in, got it down for free. And it looks again like Liquid are still collapsing at the seams.
Just beautiful bait there. They've got the man being tracked. We're going to leave him in position so that you're going to come in and try and chat.
This one's done.
Flash will come in and make things even more difficult for the defenders, but I don't think it's going to make it difficult enough as Atom is able to wait for the effects to wear off, spin round and get a double, and that is going to close that one out. Series point.
We spoke about the Chanka, we spoke about the smoke. There is still so much stall in the back pocket of this Unwanted side. Liquid are now making their play. Palu's going to get first blood. Traded out. Atom again will not stop frying in this series. As C4 comes out, but the man's been found. It's a 3v3, Tim.
3v2 as Spirits manages to find resets. Unwanted, they just need to hold on for 30 seconds, but look, Honest, he's in position. He's getting the diffuser down. Nesk is on the cover. He will be successful. I don't think Unwanted were aware, and now Liquid, they can reposition, but there's one coming from above. Is he able to drop down the hatch here, potentially? He needs to have a think about exactly how he plays this, but Spirits will drop. Are they aware? Lagonis finds one. Lagonis finds two, and Nesk keeps Liquid holding on.
Look away this one.
Got away with that. They took a few pot shots up there. I think if he goes to the right-hand side, he might even be able to just walk under that Kiva barricade. But Gaveni is watching it at the minute. I think they are aware of his position. He knows there's one there. He gets a second. Gaveni! What a 3K. No, it was Hot and Cold who picked up Lagonis. But if not, Gaveni would have got it. Resets, walks in, gets a big trade there. 2v2. It hangs in the balance right now.
And one tucked in as well. This is the danger. They've got to find this kill, and indeed they have. They knew he was pinned in hot and cold, was never getting out of there alive. Spirit, I've commended his smoke play all day, Tim. He's got 2 in back pocket still and 20 seconds on the clock, but it's him versus 2.
Likely going to be a plant in the same position, I would imagine. They've gone into lockers. Maya is putting it down here. Resets is on the cover, but like I said, there's multiple angles that you can come from here.
Spirit!
Spirit somehow gets the challenge